say. Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Good afternoon, good
Yes,
morning,
sir.
good evening.
Buonasera.
Hello. We are
Buonanotte.
back.
Yes,
We're
and
back with another episode.
and we've got a special guest with
And
us.
We have another special guest.
Let's give her a round of applause.
Mrs. Alicia Gauchi.
Hello, everyone.
Gee,
Welcome.
You really had to let that scream out, didn't you?
Yes. This is my cousin, Alicia Gauchi.
Another Cugini.
Another cousin, another person I'm related to on the podcast.
Yes.
And if you can't tell, by the way, we're all in pajamas because it's pajamas party chats.
It's a pajama party chats today.
Yes. Do you actually know? Yes, clap.
Clapping.
Alicia actually is our very first ever pajama party chat guest. Do you know that?
Am I actually?
You are.
You are.
You
this
are.
is
We-
history.
I'm setting I'm paving the way.
Yes,
You are.
I am
setting
paving-
the standards.
You are.
Yes.
Welcome to your pajama party chats. Welcome to the Unfiltered Exchange.
Podcast.
I'm so excited.
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling really good.
Oh, good.
I'm feeling amazing.
This is great.
You're more excited than her.
I am excited. It's another cousin. Another
Nice.
family.
Nice.
Member. Another family.
Another family.
Another member of the family.
English isn't going to be Englishing.
No, today it's not.
No, it's the Melbourne
But
weather.
I know.
If anyone has experienced that Melbourne weather,
How bad was it today?
I honestly thought last night I was going to die
It's
in my
the
bed.
end.
Yeah.
You know that part on Wizard of Oz where it's like the tornado?
Yeah.
That's what I
Yeah.
felt. I honestly felt like I was in bed lying down. I'm like, this is my time. I thought the roof was. I literally thought the roof was gonna rip open. God was gonna give me His hand and be like, "All right, Leash, it's time to go."
Yeah, take
I
it.
literally thought it was
Yeah.
so scary.
Oh
Did
my
not like
God.
it.
Well, last night all I could hear was woo.
Yeah, it was.
Like
and
it
that
was
rain.
really strong.
Oh my God. I heard
Yeah.
all the chairs in the backyard like moving.
Jeez.
That's
the wind.
crazy.
Yeah, it was not. It
And
was
we came in here and the roof hole was open.
Yeah, so there might have been a possum or a rat that might have attended.
God.
Tempted,
Can you imagine?
yes.
Attended.
Imagine
They
you
might
saying,
attend
like,
the podcast.
They might. Special guest.
Sushi. Oh,
Skivets.
yuck.
Yes.
But we're going to dive straight into the interrogation.
Yes.
Mr. Frankie is going to come along because we know Alicia very well.
Yes.
She held me when I was born.
I did.
Yeah.
I would have, yes.
So I know everything and she knows everything.
Actually, would have I held you? I would have been
a year
less
old.
than a year old.
You know what? Maybe you touched my head.
Maybe.
Like you
It was like a little Simba.
It was like
moment.
Simba.
it was
Yeah.
a blessing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have held Karina.
You would have held Karina.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I held her. Yeah.
Yeah. You would have
Maybe
held
not me.
James.
Yes.
But we didn't hold each other.
No.
No.
Oh.
That's kind of sad if you
That's
think
really-
about that. I hold you now. I hold you now.
That is so funny.
That's really
Yeah,
cute.
if you think of it like that.
That's so cute. Aww. Guys.
We're getting a bit teary already. It's only, what, 3 minutes
3
into
minutes
the episode?
Yes, but for the people that don't know you, right? Would you like to sum up a
Yes.
little bit about?
Who are you?
Yes, pretty much.
Yeah, you.
Yeah.
You.
I am a female police officer.
Alicia.
Sorry. Okay. I might have an asthma attack during this episode from all the laughing I will be getting.
Well,
It's
they're
okay.
here to have fun.
That's
Touch
true.
wood.
If I die, I die.
At least you
At
die
least I
having
died
fun.
doing something fun. Exactly right. Anyway.
But, and if you do, it's on video, so we're not liable for anything.
We are
We
not.
won't be guilty of
This
anything.
will be playing at my funeral. The last seconds of
Yes.
my life
She
was
just
me.
wants-
Yes.
You're trying to cover your ass already.
That's it.
All right.
Yes.
But yeah.
Yes.
So tell us about
So
yourself.
yes, my name is Alicia Gauchi. I am related to Claudia Gauchi. I am 23 years old, going to soon to be 24 in November, which is very scary to think. I have a brother named James who is going to be 21 in a month's time.
Damn,
my
everyone's
God.
getting old.
Is very, very bizarre. He's
Yeah.
still a baby in my eyes, so I don't like the fact that he's turning 21. Makes me
gonna-
very sad.
He's a mesh.
Yeah, he's a very big mesh. I'm from a half Italian, half Maltese household, full of pastizzis and lasagna.
And love.
And love. Yes,
Yes.
I love lasagna.
Shout out to James.
And apricot mark.
An apricot mark.
Apricot Mark.
We
So,
love-
Apricot mark.
in a couple of episodes ago, we discussed who he was.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
And it's like only Alicia and James kind of know who he is.
yes. And we've
and
been,
a couple
we
of our
have
other
been
friends.
planting our seeds on everyone about who he is and his story.
Yeah.
And it's a very sad story.
Yes.
But you
He
know
lives
what?
on.
If you think of it, he lives on in a good way because we are remembering him in the
Yes.
best way possible.
Yes.
So
Shout out
love
to
you,
Apricot.
Apricot Mark.
Yes, wherever you are.
Apricot Mark. Yeah.
Yes.
Apricot Mark.
But yeah, so
Excuse me.
I know you do a little bit of pole dancing.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about that. What's that been
Yeah,
like?
so for those who don't know me, I am a pole dancer. I have been doing it for 3.5 years, going to be soon to be 4 years, which is so weird. It's gone by so fast.
Yeah, time flies.
I've been a student for 3.5 of those years, and I have recently been employed to teach it.
Awesome.
Which is very exciting. Yes.
Clapping.
It is my life's journey. So I discovered pole dancing when I was roughly about maybe 8 or 9 years old. We used to go to Mini Ponds Pizza for dinner almost every week when we were kids.
The food there slaps, by the way.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Very
Yeah,
good.
and it's like a family-run business. Like it's just it just hits differently.
That's great.
Yeah. So yeah, we used to go there when we were kids, and the studio opened up in 2008. And we used to obviously walk past the studio getting to the restaurant because it's literally like 2-3 stores down.
Yeah, it's pretty close. Yeah.
So when I was about 8 or 9 years old, they opened the studio and they used to have like little flyers out the front, obviously to like
Promoting
advertise
it.
and promote and stuff.
Yeah.
And there was one point I think because I might have heard about it or I've like seen it around, or must be because we used to look at the flyers when we used to walk past it.
Yeah.
And there was a point in time when I was like, Mum, oh my God, we can go do this together. Like this will be so much fun to do as like a mother-daughter thing.
Yeah.
And it was a very taboo subject back in those days, you know, being 8 years old and you're telling your mother you want to do pole dancing.
Dare you?
Yeah.
Greta.
Yeah, it's not associated with
Yeah.
fitness. Well, back
Yes.
then it wasn't.
Yeah. So your mother was like, you are not doing that.
Mother.
It's-
Mother said no.
Mother knows best.
Mother said no.
So yeah, she said, no, you are not going near that. You're not doing that. That's not happening. You stick to ballet, hip hop, do what you have to do.
Yeah.
So that was when I was like 8 or 9 years old, and obviously time has gone past.
Yeah, big time.
I started when I was 2019. When did I start?
2019, like
No.
post-COVID or
I
during
know,
COVID?
I did a trial class when it was 2020.
Yeah.
And so it was like, we all had this intro offer. It was like 5. You do 5 classes for $50 over 2 weeks. I
Yeah.
did that one, and this was just before we hit the lockdown. So it would have been March 2020.
Yeah.
And I really did enjoy it then. And me and my OCD brain was like, no, if you're going to start it at the beginning of the year, at the beginning like of the term, just so you can track your progress like
Yeah,
easily.
you know
I
how
know,
to-
I'm
yeah.
really funny like that.
You know how to keep track with it, because when
Yeah.
you're calculating things,
Yeah.
you know, oh yeah, it's been this amount of time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And like
Yeah.
I felt like also because I was going by myself too. So that was kind of another thing that was kind of like stopping me in a sense as well.
It's daunting to do stuff
It's like when you're going.
Exactly.
It's like when you start going to the gym and you don't have a gym buddy.
Oh, that's me.
Oh,
at
that's
the
the
moment.
worst.
Yeah, you know, it's finding that motivation right away
Yeah.
at the start. But then I guess the more you keep going, you find out like,
Exactly.
oh, like I'm enjoying this. I actually don't need somebody else
That's
to push
right.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
okay,
I was
yeah.
waiting for a friend of mine. She was like, saying, yeah, we'll do it. She never did it. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to go do it myself. And yeah, so I tried it out. Really, I kind of enjoyed it. I'm like, okay, wait till another year comes past.
Yeah.
And if I still like it, I still like it. I'm pretty sure I may have done like lockdown classes, maybe like stretch classes or something.
Yeah, I remember during lockdown you were still going.
Yeah, I feel like
Yeah.
it might have been that year or the year after, and then I did start in 2021. And then obviously we went in and out of lockdown. So then I did buy a home pole.
Yeah.
So I've got a pole at my house. But
Built in.
No, I wish.
Oh,
Dad
okay.
said no. You know how the wogs are. You can't hang things on the wall. You can't do any of that. So
Yeah.
he said, no, you are not hanging a pole from the roof to the floor. It's going to ruin everything.
Yeah.
So I've got like a little stage. So it's got like weights at the bottom, and then
Yeah.
it's a pole that hangs out of the floor of that stage, and it is free.
Yeah.
Like free hanging,
Yeah.
kind of.
Freestanding.
Freestanding.
Yeah.
Yeah. So using that at the very start of my pole journey was very scary because it is obviously no center of gravity. So
Yeah.
you're going up to the top and it is wobbling like hell.
Yeah.
It's very scary. So yeah, that's how I started. And like I also started because I had a friend that I knew who started it as well, like I think a year or two before I did, and I was like, okay, this is my motivation as well because I can see her and I'll
Doing
do
it and how well she was probably doing as
exactly
well.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
then that was like the way I like paved my way in, and I haven't looked back since. And now I
We love.
have such a love for the sport.
Yes, we like
Clapping.
that.
Yeah.
We like that.
We love it.
You sound like from that movie with what's his name? Cynthia. Jump Street.
21 Jump Street.
21
22,
21
21,
21 Jump
22.
Street.
Cynthia.
That's just
But I was just gonna say
Cynthia.
though, like when you first started compared to where you are now, your body physically.
Oh my God.
She's ripped now.
Yeah.
I've been looking at pictures because like I've just been going through like a little memory lane thing where I'm looking at the videos that I used to take when I first started, and I was a twig. Like I had no muscle mass, I had no muscle, I had nothing on me. Like I literally looked like a stick. My legs looked like sticks, my arms looked like sticks. And now I look at myself and I'm like, I'm like fucking ripped.
But there's a lot of like, I'm thinking about it now. It's, you know, the ropes in gym class.
The ropes.
Like the you know, that's pretty much the same thing. That takes a lot of like upper body strength. Alyshia's probably got better core strength than majority of us here. I know she's definitely got better core strength than me.
Mate. I can't do a pull up.
Yeah.
I can teach you my conditioning exercises. I've been doing one called Row the Boat, and it was really fun.
Row the boat.
Row the boat. I was singing row your boat to my students. They didn't find it funny, which I was like, why just laugh? It was funny, but I'm trying to get them to like laugh about it because it's just entertainment.
But looking back to it now, like 3 or 4 years ago, like it shows what consistency can do.
Oh yeah,
you know.
And like I'm someone who never really was consistent in fitness. I never used to go to the gym. I never played like the only sport I played was dancing, which isn't really. It is a sport, but it's not like
because you're moving your body,
or
but it's not
soccer
competitive
like that.
Yeah.
I was not a sporty person growing up, and like having issues in primary school as well. Like trying to fit in doing sport, I just didn't like because
it just wasn't your thing. Yeah,
and I used to blame my asthma for it. I'm like, no, I can't play. I've got asthma. I can't do it. So like, I use it as an excuse because I was too scared to do it.
Yeah.
And like now I look back at it, I should have just gone through with it. But like, you know, we do shit when we were kids. Like we do stupid stuff. You know. Yeah.
But you know the thing is though, you may have not been ready then, but now what you're doing, you're physically fit than most of the people you probably were having PE classes with back in the day.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think that's one important thing about life. If you stop moving, that's when, you know, shit starts to happen.
In Nando's words,
Movement's very important, you know, for your joints, your muscles.
Yeah, it's very important. And I've even just recently started going to the gym too, which I
Good
feel
on you.
is making like more clapping.
Well done.
And that is a lot. Like that's a lot.
Yeah.
I'm really like I'm struggling because I'm just like this shit's fucking hard.
It is.
It's hard.
It's hard to stay like consistent and disciplined going all the time.
And like some on meal plans as well. And I'm just like I'm like my trainer will be like, your weight's like you've like fluctuated up and down, like are you sticking to your meal plan? And I'd be like, yeah, I am, but like low camp, just like, no. Like it's very hard. It's hard.
You're lying because you don't want to get in trouble. Like.
No, I don't want to. I want people to like me. I hate when I get in trouble. It's like, you know when your favourite teacher yells at you
You're
and you're like, you hate
by
me?
your personal trainer.
Yeah, I don't like that. I'm just like, just love me, please. But yeah. Now, so that's like, and it will help me with my pole journey too as well, which will be really good. I should have started sooner. But
speaking of your journey though, right? Now that you've gone through these stages, you've started.
Yeah.
You've gotten really good at it.
Yeah.
Obviously, you've done some competitions as well. Yes.
Done my fair share.
She's really good. Trust me, like some of the things you
talent.
It's a big talent.
Yeah,
it's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work, but I'm like, wow, like
especially comp training, it takes a lot out of you.
Yeah.
Especially if you're training for a comp that you have to use 2 poles, so one spin and one static.
Yeah.
For people who don't know what that means, one pole is staying stagnant and you have to spin yourself on the pole.
Yeah.
And then the other pole is spinning, so like it spins.
Speaking of comp though, right? What's like your leading up to it? Like, what's like your preparation, like your routine, like if you have to think about it.
It does vary because I feel like now that I'm in like an elite level class, like I do like a lot of harder stuff. Forgot I had that in there. I do a lot of harder stuff.
Yeah.
So like I get privates. So I do my privates with my instructors who help me come up with my routines, my costumes, my songs, and all of that.
Yeah.
And like I usually don't want to do one. Like my last private would be probably 3 or 4 days out from the competition just so I don't tire my body out.
Yeah, okay.
I try to get my own training in if I can, but I feel like when I do it myself, I'm not like
it's not the same.
I'm not motivated as much. If I have someone there telling me what to do, I'm like, okay, I can do this easy.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? But yeah, it is like a lot. And like even coming up with the routines, coming up with the songs, coming up with the tricks, and then if you do your whole thing and then sometimes the tricks just don't work, so you have to cut things out. Yeah, it's a lot of stress.
Yeah, it is, but you know, you seem to deal with it very well.
It is a lot of fun though. It's like I feel like doing comps as well gets me very creative. Like sometimes I feel like I'm in a bit of a rut, and like at the moment because I just started teaching, I haven't had as much time to train for myself, because like back before I started teaching, I was doing like, I reckon at least 8 classes a week.
Wow.
Yeah, 8 to 10 a week.
Wow,
and
that's a lot.
I was staying at the studio. I would sleep at on the couch because I'd have like a class at 5:30. I'd have a bit of like an hour break, and then I'd have my other class. Yeah,
that sounds like the Michael Jordan of
pole. I'm very dedicated. I did win an award, not last year, the year before, for our showcase at the end of the year. I won the award for the person who had lived at the studio, because I literally would just be sleeping on the couch for like an hour or two, and then I had my next class and I'd be there all week.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Good on you for that. Cause
dedication.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's one thing a lot of people struggle with. I know.
That's true, yeah.
I know I struggle with it at times, you know. So the fact that you're dedicated to your craft and you take a lot of pride in it says a lot about you as a person as well. Yeah,
it's a lot of fun.
Yeah. So what's it like now that you're an instructor?
It's
you know,
so,
what's that responsibility like?
It's so fulfilling being an instructor, because like I look back at how I was when I was a beginner, and now. Like, obviously, I looked up to so many instructors when I first started. Like, you've got big names like Mishka. If people who know pole, or if you were to look her up, like, she is one of, like, the biggest, like, pole dancing instructors. Yeah. And we have her at our studio, and we're so forever grateful. So you got people like Mishka. You got people like Miss Philly, who's another big name.
I was going to say, the one that's got the separate studio.
She just opened up her own studio. She used to work for Divas at Mooney Ponds.
Her studio is next to where you used to do boxing.
Yeah.
At that gym.
That's her husband.
On Pure Road?
Yeah.
On
She's
Pure
married
Road?
to the boxing man.
Oh, really?
The boxing gym.
Nice.
Yeah,
nice.
she's married to Luke. I don't know if you know.
Yes. I've met
So
Luke.
if you see a little, that's her. Yeah.
Okay,
so,
awesome.
You've got people like Philly,
Small
Mishka. Who else is really big? Gracie. She's really big. So you've got people like that, and like you look up to them when you're starting.
Yeah.
And then now that I'm an instructor and I'm teaching students, I'm just like, people like start looking up to me. I've had like students come up to tell me like, oh my God, like I love your teaching style. I love the way you teach. Like you are so amazing. Like my first week of teaching, because I am officially on the timetable at Paran, so Pole Divas Paran, because I do work there at the desk, so working reception. I started there. So I first started working at Divas doing that. Then I got my certificate, and then I obviously started working as an instructor there because I already work at the studio and we needed someone else. And then I was covering at Mooney Ponds because everyone else has gone overseas and stuff.
Yeah.
And literally my first shift at Mooney Ponds, I had a student come up to me and just be like, I love your teaching. Like, are you going to be here forever? Because I want you, my teacher. Like, I want you for my teacher the whole time. I'm like, I'm sorry. Like, I'm not going to be.
That says a lot, though. But that says a lot, especially like, because you're in a position where somebody is new to something, and you were once in that position as well.
Yeah.
They're a fresh face, they're a rookie, they don't know what's going on.
Exactly.
Deer in headlights.
Yeah.
So you're in a position of power where you can be kind, or you can just be like, no, like fuck off.
Yeah, no. I could never do that.
Yeah.
I'm like, I feel like you guys can also agree. I'm like one of the most kind-hearted persons. Like I am a very empathetic. The verbal dyslexia is coming out. For those that don't know, I am self-diagnosing myself as verbal dyslexia.
She's verbally dyslexic.
Yeah, especially with teaching as well. Like at the moment, like I've noticed it more because I'm trying to say like a specific routine on how to do something, and then it just does not come out right.
Word vomit.
Yeah, it's word vomit and words that just don't make sense.
Yeah.
So, What was I saying now?
About being in the position of having new students come up to you, having that power.
So, I feel like I'm a very empathetic person, and if there's going to be a new student that comes into the studio that has never tried pole before, like I'm going to do my best to convince them that you're going to love it and you're going to stick with it. And like I have had a couple of students come up and be like, oh my God, like this is my first class. I really enjoyed it with you and I really had a fun time. I'm like, okay, I'll see you next week. Yeah. Like you make sure you come next week. Like I'm very like, if I don't see you next week, I'll be very upset.
But if somebody goes through something, right, because first impressions is very big.
Oh, yeah.
And they come back the next time around, that says you've done something
right. Says a lot on you.
Yeah. And I do have a lot of students that have been like that as well, that have come back and be like, oh my God, I love the way you teach. And I started out only doing trick classes when I first started teaching, and now at Paran I'm doing a thing called Central Flow, which is a dance class.
Yeah.
And like it's nice to see that the students come back and be like, oh my God, no, you teach this so well. Like I feel so entwined with myself. Like I love it. I'm like, this is what I wanted.
Yeah.
And this is it's not. It's a good feeling, you know.
Wow.
So come to my classes.
Yes.
If you haven't tried pole before, come try pole. I work at Pole Divas Paran, Pole Divas Mooney Ponds, Tuesday and Thursday nights.
Go and support your girl.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
And get some fitness under your belt as well.
It's a lot of fun. It is a women's only studio though, so
yes,
sorry to the men out there. You can't
I'm
attend.
sure maybe in the near future
Yeah.
there'll be
There
something.
are studios that have men that are allowed to have men, but we just
Yeah.
have it with the females. But men that do want to try, I can offer privates at the studio.
Yes.
Because like as long as there's no one else in the class, I can teach you. So if you're interested, hit me up.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right. Maybe we'll put the link in the bio
We're
or
gonna
description.
give your
yeah.
page, your Instagrams a shout out.
Yeah. We'll
So
give you-
find her pages in the description
Yes.
below.
Yes.
Her
Yeah.
personal,
Yes.
you want your personal and your poll?
Yeah.
yeah.
Personal and poll will be down in the description.
Yes.
And just as you were talking about your pole divas, we can both hear the passion.
Oh,
like
yeah.
you can tell. Like
It's a passion.
I do.
Yeah.
I hate. My mum doesn't like me saying it's like a cult, but like I see it as like a cult. I am trying to get people to join because like it's just because it brings me so much joy. I'm like I want everyone else
wanna
to
share
experience
the
that
joy.
joy. And I'm always
Yeah.
like,
It's a passion. Oh, you can feel the air. Oh, it's a passion.
yeah, and we love that. And this
We
is,
love it.
You know, this is what we're in a privileged position when we have like you come on and other people come on and just tell us what they do. And
Yeah.
you know, it's a privilege for us because like we say on this platform, everyone's got a story to tell.
that's
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
so
Given that you've just said that,
Yeah.
I think a topic that I think we'll get a really big kick out of now
Yeah.
to move on to is childhood.
Oh god.
yes.
Childhood memories.
Yes.
Our meme situations, the fun, the shit that we used to get into.
Oh,
Yes.
this is gonna go for a
this
very
can,
long time.
This can never get old
So
because
we can easily hear.
Yeah.
We've mentioned Apricot Mark on
So many
multiple
times.
occasions.
Yeah.
Apricot Mark.
And Alicia was there
Yes.
through the whole Apricot Mark.
I was.
Oh my god.
so bad. I was there to experience
Pause.
it.
Through the whole Apricot Mark
Situation.
saga.
Yeah. Saga
say saga.
situation.
Yeah.
Yes.
So yes.
That was a very interesting situation.
Yeah.
And like I can still see him with his wheelchair coming up the driveway asking for apricots.
Apricots.
And for soft drink and for chips.
how did he get up that driveway though? Because
I
it's
don't
been
know.
steep.
He
it's
must
like
have had
a
some
hill.
sort of like motor in his wheelchair.
I reckon it was like V8 or something.
Or just strong
You know
arms
what? It
because
would
I've seen
surprise
it.
me if Dad put it in.
So-
Wouldn't that surprise
Jax,
me?
this is the daughter of Jax Automotive, everyone.
This is I.
This is
Yeah.
yes.
I take the calls.
yes.
Yes.
You book in.
Yes. But
Yes, yeah.
one day I remember me, Mum, Dad, and Karina came home. We were out in Rye,
Yeah.
and it was pissing down rain. And
Yeah.
Nana left
I remember this.
Nana left the roller door open,
Oh, God.
and her car was parked around the side of the house.
Yeah.
And Apricot Mark was sitting there in his wheelchair, and it was like a horror
Was he-
movie.
was he
I know
sitting
that
in the
sounds
rain?
bad. The lights were off.
Yeah.
It was like during the day, but
And
it was
imagine you see that
dark.
like the lightning and you see
And
the
then you see
shadow.
some-
He was just in there like this, holding the
skin.
gear stick thing on
Yeah,
the,
yeah, yeah.
and it was pouring rain, and he's sitting there, and well, who's that?
What a couple
Yeah,
days.
yeah.
And that was the first day I met Apricot Mark.
Yeah.
It was that
Wow.
day.
Yeah.
You know what it was? I reckon he probably saw you guys before. Like, did he see?
know.
Maybe he saw you previously.
I'd never seen him,
And-
You know, I don't remember the first day I met
no,
him.
you never seen him, but maybe he saw
but
you.
Nana knew who he was.
Yeah.
He lives up the road.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She said he lives up the road.
Did he permanently live in Rye?
Yeah, I think he lived up there.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
But
I wonder
yeah.
if he had any friends apart from you guys around
I don't know.
there.
and
Yeah.
It
I
was
feel
a
like
bit sad.
Yeah.
Maybe the McGrady's he would
I
have been
think
friends
they were
with.
friends.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that's Apricot Mark.
Bless his little
But
heart.
at Rye, we created so many memories.
Oh my God,
And just in
yeah.
our childhood in general.
Yes.
Like one day we watched Gruesome Tales for Naughty Boys and
Gruesome
Girls.
tales from
my
And we
gruesome.
closed
God.
all the windows and we were
I
screaming.
used to love that.
This was on ABC at 4 o'clock
That
in
was
the
a good
afternoon.
show.
And,
Yeah.
You know, now that I look back at my childhood and I look how I am now, I see that I was actually a bit fucked in the head because I used to love watching that. I am a girl. Give me Hostel, give me Human Centipede, Saw, even
All the horror shit.
Even a Serbian film. I've watched it. It's
Yeah.
not
Serbian
even that
film?
bad.
What's
Yeah.
a Serbian film?
Have you not watched it?
No.
No.
Look, it's very like trigger warning shit.
Oh
Yeah.
God.
Look, I personally think like there is worse out there, and like it's not real. So like I'm just like it's not. There are really some graphic scenes. I feel like I might get people saying like, "What the fuck's wrong with you?" Like it's fucked in the head. But like I'm just like so blank faced. I'm like, this isn't that. Bad.
It's not
Yeah.
real, so it's like, why would you react?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is really bad.
You know-
There
you know-
are some like raping of kids, like little babies and
Jesus.
stuff.
Yeah,
it's not really good.
That's cool.
That's the
either ways.
Serbian movie.
Yeah, a
I've
Serbian
seen
film.
it on TikTok.
But you would
Yeah.
have to be a twist. Can you imagine the producer or the
Yeah.
you would have to be a
What?
bit twisted in the head to write
Yeah.
some shit like that on paper.
Oh yeah.
And then-
And I feel like I'd be able to write a good movie because I feel like I'm that fucked in the head. Like again, I love like when we were kids. Like I used to love watching that show when I was a kid.
Oh my
Yeah.
god! It was 4 o'clock, I think,
Yeah.
on ABC.
Yeah.
and we
Yeah.
were at Rye, and we pulled out the couch, and we closed all the blinds, and we all
Yeah.
sat on underneath the one blanket.
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
so cute. Thinking back,
It was,
Yeah.
wasn't
that
it?
was
But-
really
We used to watch
beige.
Norbert and stuff.
Norbert,
But you know the thing
we
is
had
now
the
though,
main movies.
how much has Rye changed though from when you guys were a kid compared to like now?
In what
like,
sense? Like the house or like the aspect of Rye?
Just the area in general, has it changed much,
I feel
or
like
is
it hasn't.
I feel like Sorrento area has always been like that
The ooh la la.
prestigious ooh
Yeah.
la la.
Yeah.
But then when you go to Rosebud, Rye, Capel Sound,
Yeah.
that area, that's where all the Wogs and the Nonni have their houses. So
That's
that
true.
that hasn't changed
Yeah.
because those houses, no one's renovated them.
Yeah.
Or they've just refreshed them
Yeah.
pretty much.
What about
Yeah.
crowd
But-
though? Like the crowd of people, like
No,
has that
it's
changed?
the
It's
same.
all the
Because
same.
it's like we were little kids.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Our parents brought us up there, and
Yeah.
now we're
And now
getting
the
older.
kids- yeah.
Kids are having kids, and everyone's
and
there
they're
for the
taking
same
their kids.
reason.
They're taking their kids there as
Yeah,
well.
it is a lot of fun going up there.
We always went to Sherlock Street Beach, and we still go
Yeah.
there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the only beach I'll
It's
ever
the
go
only
to.
beach.
Even though it's not the cleanest beach and the nicest beach, but like it's just all you know. Like
But
that's
then
where
you
you're
go to
gonna
Rye, and then there's all the heads there, and it's like, do you really want to go to Rye Pier? And then
Yeah.
you want to see my
yeah, go get all my jet ski.
That's so bad.
Yeah, nah.
It's really
Yeah,
bad.
nah, the couple of times I've been up there, it's been pretty chilled actually. Like, because I was never that kid that went like all those places because I was too busy
Yeah.
playing sports. But just being up there, I can see why you guys would go up there during the summer or just because you go there, you don't have to worry about anything. You just be
No,
a kid
you just have
Yeah.
fun.
and just you and the beach and who knows whatever you get up to.
Carnival. We used to love going to the carnival, get
Yeah.
ice cream, go to the rock pool,
Oh my
stuff
God,
like that.
yeah.
It was a lot of fun.
It was just a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Very nostalgic.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
But
like
do
it,
you,
yeah.
do you think that though as you get older though, like things like the do you realize it more like, oh, maybe this isn't as good as I thought it used to be?
Now
or
you're
it
gonna
is?
pay entry
Yeah,
now.
$2.50 to get in. And you have to pay for rides. That makes no sense.
If you know, you know.
I don't understand. Look, I feel like it has changed a lot. Like when I have gone in the last couple of times with one of my mates, we always go up there together,
Yeah.
stay over for a couple of days because we have their house in May as well.
Mm.
And I think we might have gone to the carnival maybe once while we were up there for the one time we went up or something.
Yeah.
Paying for the entry, I was like, what the hell is this? This is bullshit. And just like, the atmosphere wasn't it. I don't know if it's because I went as soon as they opened, so it was just kids were there, but like, it just like, you walk around, you do your lap, and you're like, okay, I'm kind of done with this.
But I
Yeah.
kind of feel like as you get older, as a adult, like compared to when you're a kid, as kids, those things are fun.
Yeah.
But as you get older, like you do
is
those things.
fun.
It's still fun, but
Yeah.
it's not the same level as fun as
No,
when you're a kid.
And because you're so free as a kid, and like now you think about all the accidents that have happened on like the roller coasters and shit. Like
Yeah.
you start
Yeah.
to think, is this going to be safe for
this-
me to ride?
Yeah, you got your OH&S hat on. Like for me, I never go on fucking roller coasters.
Yeah.
Anybody that knows me, that theme park
Except
stuff.
Gold Coast when you're on the
Oh.
Scooby Doo
I would-
ride.
I want to go
I
back.
would not
Actually,
do it.
we need to do a trip again. They're
To Gold
opening it
Coast.
in 2025 again.
Yeah.
The Scooby-Doo
It
ride?
has been on my TikTok recently, like just watching, because I remember
Oh.
back when I was younger, before I was old enough to go on like rides and stuff, I used to go
Yeah.
on YouTube, used to look up the like, Gold Coast videos.
Yeah.
Oh
And
my
like it's been
God.
coming up on my TikTok recently, and I want to try the Superman coaster. I haven't tried that one yet.
Oh, fuck that.
Yo,
Yeah.
you guys are gonna have to strap me in a straight jacket and put me back on that Scooby Doo ride.
that was a
because
lot of fun.
That, you know what the worst part was for me? The backdrop.
I know because we went up and then it
And
went
then goes,
back.
yeah.
And I thought, I was like,
Yeah.
bro, this is how I go out.
Yeah.
This is
Because it's
literally how
literally
I
a
go
roller
out.
coaster
It is.
inside a factory.
Yeah, I feel like the thing that scared me the most was obviously we were up I think it's 17 stories up when you're going around. in
Yeah.
the toilet.
Oh.
The thing that got me is when you're going around the bend and it's just the pressure of it feels like you're going to tilt over to
Yeah.
the side was the one that scared me the most. And I feel like going backwards, I'm not a big fan of going backwards. I
Yeah.
feel like I have recovered from it better than when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And I feel like I used to always put in my head, I'm not going upside down, I'll vomit. I feel like I could do that now because obviously I go upside down being a pole dancer and
Yeah.
I'm spinning.
Yeah, and you're
So I feel
always
like I wanna
high up,
try
so
it out
you're used
now.
to heights now as well.
Yeah, I feel like I should try
See,
it.
for me, what really put me off the roller coasters, right? It was that movie Final Destination.
I love that movie.
It fucked
It's
me.
so good.
It messed me up so much because I think Final Destination 3.
It's Final Destination. Yeah, 3 I think. It
Yeah,
is.
number 3. They're on the roller coaster.
Yeah, and they all die from the roller coaster.
And then on
Fuck that,
number
yeah.
2 is the log on the freeway.
Yes.
So every time I see the trucks
Oh,
on the,
yeah.
you know, it comes
That-
right. Yeah.
Every time I see the logs on the truck, I'd have to move.
Yeah.
I freak
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, I do too.
No.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that,
so-
that franchise, I'm sorry, the one with the
It's a
bloody
good
race,
franchise,
the
though.
racing one
That
was the one of the
um,
shittest ones ever. I'm sorry.
You didn't like that one? The
Hated
NASCAR?
that one. That was so boring.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
I've only seen bits and pieces of
You
it.
should watch it. We
You
should do a
should.
movie night.
Yeah.
Yeah, a
We can
marathon.
watch Saw.
Oh yeah, I do.
I'm
like
a very
that.
big fan
Saw's
of Saw.
pretty good.
I love Saw. Me and Dad love it. We watched it last. Fuck, did it come out last year? Saw
The
X?
newest one?
I think it was
I
last
think
year.
it was. Yeah.
As soon as they released it, me and Dad are like, we're getting tickets. So we
Yeah.
went to go to Docklands to go watch it, and they were supposed to release this 11th one this year, but they got
Yeah.
a backlog of filming, so
See-
it's coming out next year. I'm very excited.
See, I'm very harsh. Like I'm a harsh
love my
critic.
horror.
Only
He's
because
bad.
like with the Saw franchises, like the first 3
Yeah.
for me,
Oh,
they
they're
were the best.
They are the best. You've got a bit of ups and
Was
downs.
Dr. Phil in one? Or was
Oh
that
no, that
the
was
disaster
scary. That
movie?
was a scary movie.
Disaster! Oh my god! I thought he was in the
No, it was
that
it
was
was scary movie.
Was it? Oh, he
Scary
was,
movie.
He was in,
Scary movie 4.
he was in Disaster Movie. Or someone played him in Disaster Movie.
He
I
was
think.
in him and fucking what's his name? The one you met.
Shaq, Big Shaq,
Shaquille
Shaquille
O'Neal.
O'Neal. Yeah, yeah.
They go.
Yeah, I met Shaquille O'Neal.
Yeah.
I'll show you. Have you not seen the photo?
Frankie went and lined
I
up
met
at
Culture
Culture
Kings.
Kings.
Yeah.
And
Do you remember
he
those
bought a
days?
coin off some kid so he could get in the line.
Do you remember those days? I remember.
Look,
oh
I'm
my
just-
god.
For those listening, I'm just watching. I'm
He's
just
like
showing
a
her a
whole
photo of
Frankie
Shaq.
taller than him.
I know
Literally.
he looks like my dad.
Wow.
Like we
It's
look
like
like
father and son
father and
photo.
son.
You guys
see,
do look like father. You actually do look like father and son.
he's a big friendly giant.
Yeah.
but
yeah. Oh, those
I
days.
said to him when he goes, he should go like in Jack and Jill, you know, with the ham. And he's like, hello, bala ding dong, hello, bala ding dong. I said to him, you need him to say that.
Oh, that'd be funny.
Oh,
people are gonna look at me like, what the fuck's going on here? Like I'm a weirdo.
listeners.
Yeah, but Shaq would get the reference. Wasn't he? Was he
Yeah.
in Jack and Jill?
yes.
Yeah.
He's in Grown Ups as well.
Yeah.
In the
Number 2. He's in number
second
2.
one, he works at the shop when he fucking opens the boat and it explodes.
Yeah.
Does he?
Yeah.
Have I not
Yeah.
realised
He's
that?
the police officer!
Oh, he's the police officer.
I am the law!
That's
God.
right. Yeah, you're right.
Screaming so
Sorry.
much.
Oh my
Sorry.
God.
Sorry to
Sorry,
everyone.
we're getting a bit
listening.
excited here.
Well,
Word.
going off that, meme movies.
Yeah.
What were your meme movies growing up
Fuck.
as
Meme.
a kid? And there's no limit to 3 or 5. Just
You can
tell
I
us.
feel
Say
like
whatever.
Cat in the Hat has to be number 1.
Yeah.
A rump. Yes. A rump. Yes.
Zohan,
Yes.
Fizzy Bubbly. That's still quoted on a daily in this house.
Oh,
in
yes.
the house everywhere.
Disco,
Yes.
disco,
Yeah.
good,
Good.
disco.
What else was I gonna say? Norbert's a big one.
Norbert.
Because so Mr. Wong, which Eddie Murphy plays,
Yeah. Way hole.
identical to our Nunnu.
He freakishly looks like
He
our
looks, and
grandfather.
I know Mr. Wong is an Asian man.
Yeah.
But if you were to get like a picture, if you were to pop a picture
of Nannor and him.
comparison, exactly the same person. I'm
You
telling
know what? Now that
Nunnu
you
coulda-
mentioned that,
Nunnu could have played him.
I can actually see it in my mind.
Right in the blow.
Yes. Oh my god.
He was
yeah.
identical. It's so creepy. But
And
like,
the younger photos of Nannor, he looks more like him.
yeah. Why you not
And
joke when you
we're
hit
not,
joke?
we're not Asian.
No.
Like it's.
But like, I mean,
I
a
think
black
it's the-
man played an
it's-
Asian man, so
It's
like,
the
you
pro-
can't really
is-
say
is it-
anything
Is
either.
that what they say? The prosthetics, like what they
Yeah.
put on their face.
They did
It's
so well for that movie.
I
I'm sorry,
can't
Eddie Murphy
believe-
played, I think, was it four
three
parts
or
total?
four
He played
characters.
Respucia, Norbert, Mr. Wong.
And there was another one. Who was it?
No, I think he played those 3.
I'm pretty sure there was another person.
There was another one.
yeah.
Was there another one?
I know he might have voiced the dog.
He did, yeah.
Yeah, but I
He's-
feel like he played someone else. There
He
was one
played
more
himself. He played himself.
Yeah, he
Where?
played Norbert.
Oh, so there's three people.
There was
Norbert,
someone else.
Respucia,
Respucia
and
and-
Mr. Wong.
There was
But there's
something
someone
else.
else in the movie, I reckon.
Yeah, there
I can't
is.
remember, but
We'll
I
work it out
know he
later.
played
Yeah.
he played a couple more
He's
characters
so
in
good.
the Nutty Professor.
Yeah.
he
Yeah,
played
he
a
did
couple
the
of
same
characters
thing.
as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
else? Norbert?
What else did we used to watch? I can't
What about
even...
Austin Powers?
Willy Wonka.
Oh, Willy Wonka!
Willy Wonka.
I
Yeah.
love dragons. dragonflies
Yes,
and grapes.
dragonflies.
We spoke about Willy Wonka as well when we had Josh on the.
We had Josh because they like her blowjob mouth.
Charlie, Mrs. Bucket.
Oh, with the chocolate. And Josh, we're talking about Mrs.
Yeah, that's a good movie.
Mrs. Kwan.
Mrs. Kwan. We have a weird obsession with Mrs. Kwan.
From Cat and the
Cat
We
and the
Hat.
have to dress up for her one day. I swear, it has to happen.
We filmed a video in Nanda and Nandal's front door with the iPod.
the little door,
We filmed through the peephole, and we're like,
Yeah, look. Oh, you know, it's actually funny. Speaking of these memories, I went onto my old MacBook because I've got like all my iPad and iPod pictures, and I've been taking stuff from there and looking back at some of the shit that we used to do, like I've forgotten about.
Yeah.
Even
come to be blue.
Winx Club.
The Winx Club.
Winx Club. There was this one episode. I don't know why we found it funny. It was the stupidest
was
thing ever.
weird.
But it was like Winx was Winx. Bloom was under a spell or something, and there was like this little like village thing that was happening with like a not a circus,
like a festival.
like a festival,
Yeah.
and like. There's like a belly dancer dancing, and there's like this part where she's going, "Come to me, come to me, blue." It was so funny. We used to repeat that all the time. Pink Panther, we used to love watching because of Gabriella.
Yes.
When she used to bring it to Nanda's house, we used to love watching that.
What about this movie, the Grinch?
I never really watched that.
Oh, that was me and Karina.
Yeah.
That was our meme movie.
There's a lot of memes from the Grinch that people actually use.
R&B Benson, who?
That's it, I'm going. I don't know what else.
Or when he tries on their outfit.
Yeah, that's it. I'm not going.
Yeah. That one.
Yeah, I can't think of all the
What
other
else
ones.
did we watch?
I know. I religiously used to watch Simpsons when I was a kid, but you didn't. You never watched it.
Yeah, she missed out on it.
I feel like I loved that, and like
Simpsons
I can
was
quote it to a day. Like I will apply it with my whole life.
Bart-
I will always do it.
Bart Simpson was the kid that no parent wanted their kid to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like that's probably mostly. I can't think
I'm
unless
trying
you.
to think what movie.
Did you ever
It
go
was
to?
mostly that.
Did you ever go to Video Easy or Blockbuster?
Oh, we used to have one just off of my just near my house. We used to go there. Remember?
We used to go I never bought anything, but
No, we used to just rent stuff,
Yeah.
and we used to sleep over. SingStar.
yes.
Oh my
So
God, we
the
used to
video
love
game?
playing SingStar.
We used to
Yeah.
play the Michael Jackson Experience on the Wii.
I you know what? I am going to admit that I have played it in the last couple of years because I've got the urge. I'm like,
That's
I just
so
want to play.
good.
I want to play it, and I love it so much.
You know, the Wii
Such a
was one of
fun
the
time.
best
Yeah.
consoles that came out. I remember it till this day. I think it came out in 2009 or 2010.
Yeah, it would have been roughly
was
then.
It was such a good family console. The whole family
We
can
loved
interact
it.
and get involved
Oh,
in
I
it.
loved
Yeah.
it.
I remember when we bought it, we had this weed board. And it
Oh,
was
the
like-
one with the weight on it,
Yeah,
to
yeah.
weigh you and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, we never had the fitness one.
And we had the fitness one. You put the remote in your pants or whatever pocket, and then you just jog.
Yeah.
Like it was actually pretty fun. Like you were having fun, but it was giving you such a workout.
Yeah.
That was one of the best consoles
We had Wii
for a
Sport.
family.
Wii Sport was like the
Yeah.
one
You
that
still
came
have
with
Wii.
it.
You still have
got
Wii.
ours.
Yeah.
We still have ours. We still
So
have our
good.
PlayStations. We've got all the PlayStations. I don't know where number 1 is, but I know we got number 2 when it came out for Christmas. Then the DSs that came out. Oh my god, Nintendo Dogs.
Remember we used to do Picto Chat?
Yes,
And
we used to
send pictures of doodles and stuff.
Oh my
Yes.
god.
Oh,
was
and the
very-
blackout screen.
Yeah, we used to black out the screen and then write. Yeah, oh my god, those days.
So, here's something that we used to do when we were kids.
Yeah.
Frankie, you're going to find this funny.
Yeah.
We used to send letters to each other's houses.
Yes!
And
oh
one
my
day,
God.
Alicia sent us a letter, and it was like full of glitter and
Yeah.
all this cut up paper, and it
Yeah.
fucking went
Everywhere. Oh my
Surprise!
god.
everywhere. And
Do
we
you-
used to send. We used to email pictures.
What, you
Speaking
guys
of
think-
that, I found
Oh
the
my
videos.
God. Oh.
One of Krita in the shower.
I recorded Karina in the shower and
She
sent
goes,
it to her.
"Hi James, hi Alicia," and then she pops her head out of the shower. Wait, Alicia, don't show James this. I was looking at it yesterday, and I'm like, I have to send you everything. I've got all
Yes.
the videos that you sent. You were talking about you went to the One Direction pop-up shop, and you were showing me all your stuff that you bought. Yeah.
Oh my
But yeah, I
God.
remember the letters. I remember
We
I
used
used
to
to.
send letters
I'm like,
to
Mum,
each
I
other.
gotta go to the post office
Pen
to go get
pals.
stamps.
That's what it is.
Stamps. We'd get
Pen
the
pals.
stamps.
I miss
Well, you
doing
guys thought you
that.
were in the medieval days.
It was
if you
just
had
fun.
a bird,
It
you
was
probably.
fun.
Because that's the way we used to communicate with each other.
Oh, you know what though? That's really good because you weren't tech kids.
Did we ever call each other on the phone?
I feel like we used
on the
to.
house phone.
We used to, but I feel like the letters were we
Was
used to
the
do it because
number
we used to be
one.
able to draw stuff and like write.
Yeah.
Just like, yeah, I don't know. It was just really. I wonder if I
That's
still
so
have the letters
cute.
somewhere.
This just
feel like I collected them
talking
somewhere.
about all this stuff. Just miss like it makes me miss like
I
being
miss
a
my
kid
childhood so much.
and just
like,
even summer.
Yeah.
As a kid, you'd have like water fights.
oh, me and James
Like
have done
water
that.
guns.
I feel like the water gun. Do you remember the water gun?
Nandle smashed it. Yes.
We were at
Tell us about
Nandle's.
that, yeah.
We were at Nandle's house this one time. I think we all slept over, and it was a really hot day, and we couldn't use the
The pool was green.
pool.
Yeah.
For obvious reasons,
I've
that
seen
pool
that
hasn't
pool.
been cleaned in God knows how
Yeah.
long.
The
It's
pool was like
frogs-
Shrek.
Frogs are growing in
Pretty
it.
big
It's Shrek
pool, by the
swamps.
way.
Shrek.
And I'm pretty sure you bought them from the reject shop. Was those like just
Yeah, it
guns,
was just water pistols.
water guns and stuff, and it was hot. And James was actually retelling this story, so I remember what happened exactly. So
Yeah.
it was more Karina and James using the water gun, and Karina and James started spraying Nunnu, and Nunnu was cleaning something at the sink. He goes, "Okay, that's enough." James got the memo. He's like, "Okay, I'm not doing it anymore."
Nah.
Yeah.
He seems angry.
See, James,
Yeah.
James is a
Karina,
good boy.
Karina
pushing the
kept going.
pedal,
Oh.
keeps spraying him. That's enough. Stop. She keeps going. He never used to get angry.
Never.
Yeah.
It was very rare to see him
So
angry.
this was like the first time.
yeah.
Yeah.
He full
I'll never
turns
forget.
around, grabs
Fucking
the gun on the knee, boom, smashes it, and then Karina's like,
Stop spraying me! Fucking boom! He cracked it!
And then Karina goes, "You owe me another spray gun."
What a smart
I
ass.
remember. She's like,
What a
"You owe
little
me another
shit."
gun," and we're like,
Just like
And
so.
then she got cut, I remember. Mum, she bought us that!
"Yeah."
Bought us that gun!
What
Stop
a-
spraying, Baron!
What a little
It was,
shit.
I remember it vividly. Like that was, oh my god, that was such a good. And then that was, I don't know if that was the same day or it was another day.
Yeah.
That's the day that because our mums used to pick us up from Northland.
Oh, they squished us in the car.
They all squished us in the car and it was very dangerous.
We were all in
And-
the back seat.
I think-
and 4 children.
Yeah.
Let's be honest, I think a lot of people did that back in the day. Come on.
And
yeah.
speaking of that, because I remember something that had come up, and I feel like this is going to delve into one of the topics that you're going to be discussing today about something I used to be scared of.
Oh, God, yes.
So anyway, we slept over that one night, and you guys put a DVD on, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go because I'm very OCD. I'm very funny. I won't eat food off of at specific houses. I've just got some ick about it. I need to know, and like, no offense to Nanda, but she can be very slobby, very dirty.
Yeah.
And she was always like, eat your milk, eat your toast, eat your eggs, it's good for you. I never used to like that. So I used to drink cup of soups.
Yeah.
And I used to have it for breakfast.
Yeah.
You put the DVD in, I had just drank my cup of soup for breakfast. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to go to the toilet because I didn't want to be in the room of what happened. I used to always do that. It used to be my go-to. I'm like, I'm going to go to the toilet. I
Yeah.
come out and I'm like, oh, that was refreshing. I just had to pee.
Yeah.
She lost it at me. She's like, this is what happens when you don't eat proper breakfast. You have the runs.
You have the
You
runs.
have bad stomach pain. I'm sitting like, what the fuck's going on? I'm okay. I'm fine. I just had to pee.
And then you hear, and you know the copyright ad?
Yeah.
That's what she was scared of.
I don't know why. Because we were kids. I used to watch it. Then there was one point in my life where all of a sudden it clicked to me. I'm like, I'm scared of this.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
I remember that. I think we spoke about that
Yeah.
as well. It's like, you wouldn't steal a car.
Yeah.
I
So
watch
what-
it now. Like,
but
I
now-
kind of had to like, what's the word? I had to like breadcrumb myself into watching it again. Like I feel like I was on TikTok once and the audio just came up and I had like that instant flight or flight
Yeah.
response. But I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm not scared of this anymore.
Yeah.
But
But I
like,
think-
it's just that feeling like, oh.
I think have you like grown out of it though?
Oh, I have grown. Like
yeah.
I can watch it now, and like I just feel
just-
like back in the day, it was so bad to the point where I would start hyperventilating, and crying because I was
It
that
was-
scared
It was
of it.
very like full on,
I don't-
and they put it at
yeah.
the start of kids' movies.
Yeah, I don't
It
know
was very
why.
dramatic though.
Yeah.
It's because they wanted to send a message, and I think it was more to scare little kids as well.
I don't know. There was
So
just
it clearly
something
worked.
eerie about it. I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was the
It was
music
the
or
metal
the fact-
music. It was the metal music.
I'm a bit of a metalhead now, so I don't know if that has anything to do with it. But like, I just was so scared of it. And I remember this one time because like when we used to watch DVDs in class, and like I was always like, I don't know if it's gonna have it or not. I used to always say I have to go to toilet, so I like
Yeah.
quickly go out before it starts. And I remember this one time we were watching The Simpsons in class, I'm pretty sure, and I know The Simpsons had it at the DVD.
Yeah. The Simpsons movie?
No, it might have been the show. And I'm
show,
like, I'm
okay.
going to go out. And I got back. I'm like, fuck, they haven't started the DVD yet. So I'm like, I have to find another excuse why I can't be in here.
Oh, because
So,
you
like,
want to see the ad.
Yeah, and I'm like, I've got to go to the stomach bag. I've got a sick stomach. So I ended up going, which was good. And there was another time in primary school. It was that, I think it was like a David Attenborough movie. It was like, remember back in the day when we would learn about like the palm oil and stuff like that?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was a movie about sharks, about the polluting and stuff.
Oh God, yeah.
And that
we
had
were,
it as well?
We were in primary school, and I'm like, I can't risk me watching this. I would have been, I think I was in grade 4, so I'd have been about, 8 or 9 years old, I think.
Yeah.
And we're all sitting down, and I'm like, I gotta go to the toilet, and the teacher wouldn't let me go.
And you had to sit there and witness
I
it?
had a full mental breakdown. I'm like, I can't be here. I'm gonna have anxiety. I full cried. Everyone was so confused. And I'm like, I can't watch the DVD. I can't watch it.
Were you triggered by the sharks?
No, it was just before, before the movie even started, I was full crying. I didn't even know if it had it or not. I feel like it might have. And then I went into the locker room and I was just like this on the floor before.
That's crazy.
I was bad.
Oh my God.
And James was the little shit. I remember at one point, he used to sometimes tease me for it, and we're at Nonna's house, and because we used to rent the Simpsons DVDs, like the episode ones.
Yeah.
And there was one day where James was being a real pain in the ass, but I wanted to watch it, and then he turned the TV off, and I put it on, turned it off,
Because he knew that.
I don't know if it was about that or not, or he was just being a real smart, but he kept ejecting the DVD, and it was up to the episode I was on. And for some reason, obviously, he ejected so many times that it started back from the start. So I got to sit down on the couch and it fucking turned on. Oh my God, the anxiety attack that I had. I was on my nonna's couch, hyperventilating, crying. It was so bad.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah,
That's
it was
crazy.
that's the one thing I was I'm like embarrassed about thinking about it now. But that was like the one thing I was so scared of
You
as a
see
kid.
what the thing is, as like when we were growing up,
Yeah.
if you saw something scary,
Yeah.
it was proper scary.
Yeah, I know. And this is just something that wasn't, I don't know, just had
It's
nothing.
not the same. It's not the same thing now, though, right?
Yeah.
With like horror and all.
Oh,
and
yeah, exactly.
Back then, if
Yeah.
you saw some scary shit, it scarred you. It stayed
Yeah,
with you for a very
exactly.
long
That's
period
Like
of
James
time.
would vomit when he was younger.
Oh, still now.
Oh, still now.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
I'm the same now. But
I
we
am
were
too,
at your house
Yeah.
before you guys knocked it down, and
Yeah.
we slept over. We had a sleepover.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, yes.
And in the middle of the night, we were all going, "Bleh,
Oh my God.
bleh," and James was fucking losing it. Then he got up out of bed and
Poor
he's like,
kid.
stop it! And he started crying. I felt bad.
Yeah.
But then
Yeah.
we kept going.
So you felt bad,
Yeah, but it was
It
but
was
ins-
funny.
How funny
instead of
was it?
stopping
It was
and
really
feeling
funny.
sorry for him, you just kept on going.
It was
We
really
were
funny.
dying of laughter.
It was
I
good.
got you, James, bro. They did you dirty, my boy. They did you dirty.
Oh, I think it was the day after we put the Thriller music video on, and then
It
we
was,
all
yeah,
had a
because
heart attack.
Yeah, I feel like I wasn't scared of that when I was
You
a kid.
weren't. I think it was
what
me, James, and Karina.
I was scared of things that kids weren't scared of. Like, I know kids were scared of that intro, but I don't think it got to the point where, like, how I was.
Yeah.
I was never afraid of that.
Yeah, I know people
music
were
video.
scared
Yeah.
of it.
Yeah.
But, like,
Even
I don't
till
know.
this day.
Yeah, it's weird. Oh, I love the Thriller music.
It's
video.
good, yeah.
I remember.
She can't watch it till this day, by the
Yeah,
way.
we were watching it the night before we slept, and then we woke up in the morning, Rage was on, and we wanted to play SingStar, and Dad got angry at us because we wanted to play SingStar.
Yeah.
We ended up doing it, and we were singing It's Raining Men,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
there was another song that we really liked singing. Which one was it? Not Raining, it was...
Radio Gaga.
Yes!
Radio
Oh my God, I
It
love
was that Queen.
That song was
Yeah.
my favourite when I was a kid. I love that song.
It's still a good song till this
Queen
day.
is so... I love Queen so much.
Yeah. But wow, it sounds like it was a very eventful childhood.
We
And
had
I,
a really good
did.
I
childhood.
love hearing this because it's a reminder of like, damn, we had a really good.
There's so many more stories as well that
yeah.
will come
Oh,
up
we'll
again.
be here all day.
Don't worry, we'll keep going because it's not going to be the only episode we're going to have. We're going to have so many more episodes to come.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, speaking of so many more episodes and things like that, I'm going to switch it up a little bit for this episode.
Okay.
Topic of conversation, all right? So
Oh,
I want to bring this up because today when I saw this,
Yeah.
it reminded me of a funny experience that I had, and I want to see if you had a similar experience, right?
Okay.
So it's called online shopping regrets.
Don't speak to me about this, please.
So
You can press the buttons, Alicia.
I actually really want to press a button. I've always wanted to press
just
a button.
you know
whatever
what?
button.
I'm gonna
Just
press
press
a
any
random.
random one.
Houston, we have a problem.
Yes.
Oh,
That's perfect.
Makes sense.
It explains my emotions at the moment.
So because you're the guest,
Yes.
we're going to do the honors. Can you think about any online shopping regrets?
Mate, I've got plenty.
Let's hear it.
I am a toxic shopper. For those who don't know me, I am that person. If you say you want to buy something, I say get it in 10 colours. Why the fuck not? You know, I'm a really bad shopper. And even speaking of Pole, I am trying to get my students to buy shoes by Pole wear. Like, it's really bad. They'll be like, oh, I really like this. I'm like, just get it. Just do it. So, like, I know for a fact that I feel like I have a lot of regrets. There are certain things that I have bought, and I'm just like, why the fuck have I bought these?
Do you still have them, or like?
I'm a hoarder, so yes.
Yeah.
I still have things from when I was 12 years old, like even younger, that I'm like, I might fit into this one day.
Yeah,
it's in a little box underneath my bed.
But also, even if you don't fit into it, like it's something you pass on later on down the track if you really wanted to.
Yeah, I'm a really bad hoarder.
Yeah.
So like, I have made a lot of regrets. I feel like maybe one of the most. I feel like now that I'm thinking about it, probably. I can't remember what kind of shoes. The 270s, I think. Nike.
The Nike 270s?
No, the little bubble?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I bought the Eshe ones, the red ones.
they were really popular. You've got the same ones, don't you?
I have them too. I don't wear them.
I don't know what... The only time I wore them was when I was Gargamel.
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah.
Recently,
Yeah, so I'm like, red shoes works out well. I feel like that's probably the one that I can remember because, I blank out with how much times I shop.
But were you not a fan of those when you
I
bought
just
it?
bought them because I'm like, these
We all
look cool.
thought they were sick shoes,
And
man.
then all the Eshes wore them.
But also, a lot of people had it as well.
I wear them to the gym
Okay, yeah.
because they're comfy
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
the gym.
See, I wear my white and black pair.
Yeah,
because
I've got them
those.
too, yeah.
Yeah.
What's
Okay.
your story that made you think of asking Alicia?
So
you might
before,
prompt something for her.
before the Deadpool and Wolverine movie came out, right? We had a dress up party last year. Was it last year?
Yeah.
Yeah, a costume
It was
party,
my
right?
birthday.
Yeah, for Chloe's birthday. And here's me. I'm thinking I'm gonna come as Deadpool. I'm gonna be cool
Dressed
with
as
the
Betty Boop.
That's right,
Yes.
yes. Thank you for
and she was
reminding me.
Poison Ivy.
Yes.
So I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna come as Deadpool and everything. I kid you not. I ordered this. I should have known because I was ordering it from China.
But it was made to measure, and he did his own measurements. His own measurements. Who measures their whole body by themselves?
Stop.
So it came and I'm so excited to try it on and everything. I pull this thing out. My leg fits into it, but then it comes up to here and it's like a wide gap. And then going up, it didn't fit my neck. And then
It
I
was
sent her.
like, you know, Scooby Doo, the guy that wears the tank on his head.
I sent
It looked like a tank, like
Do I still
that
have
just
the
reminded me
photo?
of another movie, Shark
Somewhere,
Boy
I
and
don't know,
Lava Girl.
babe.
Came into my head. I don't know why.
I sent the photo to Josh. I'm gonna show you what
I
I'm
want to
talking
see
about.
what it looks like.
Because this is probably my worst.
And how much did you spend on it?
Like $200,
Hey,
$200
Madonna.
something dollars. It was one of the biggest regrets.
Well, you know, speaking of costumes, I do have a regret. I was supposed to dress up as Catwoman for a Halloween party last year, and I had bought a Honey Birdette like leotard thing. It was a full body leotard, which again, that's probably a big regret because I spent a lot of money on it and I haven't worn it since, which I can.
Yeah.
I ended up buying a Catwoman mask from a costume shop, and it was an adult costume mask. It was the one from, I think, who was it that played it? What was the Catwoman movie? Not
Halle Berry?
Halle
No,
Berry?
not the Halle Berry one.
Oh,
Was that the recent one?
What's
the
her
Batman
name?
one?
Madonna.
the one from Scarface.
I think so. I haven't watched Scarface yet, so.
Michelle Pfeiffer.
Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yeah.
It was the full, so it came around like this, and it was like the pleather.
Yeah.
No joke. I put it on my head. My face is that squashed in it. You can see under my eye. One eye's going like this and one eye's going like this. It was horrible. I reckon my head.
Costumes make this whole situation worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's like they look one way and then they come the
That's
next.
right.
But it's what you envision, right? Because I envision like, oh yeah, I'm gonna look like
I'm the
Ryan.
same as you,
I'm gonna
yeah.
look like Ryan Reynolds,
You
you,
go
know.
all out.
Yeah.
And then like, oh, you're excited and it comes and everything. You try it on, you're like, what the fuck is this
My
shit?
Poison Ivy costume was like that
Yes,
last
you had to
year.
make it.
I had to full like make it
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
the model, it was a dress on her, and then when it arrived, it was like lingerie.
yeah.
Like it was like a top. My whole ass was out. I can't wear that.
Yeah.
No way.
I remember that when you said, like, I
Yeah.
need to like work out what the hell I'm doing.
And then I bought
Yeah.
a packet of leaves, and I had to stick leaves all over it and extend the skirt. and I had
leaves?
to fucking that was the worst
Yeah.
ever.
What about you? Have you bought anything that you're like, oh, fuck, why
What,
that?
clothes?
Like just in general, like online, or just
I buy from Shein every week,
Yeah.
and I'm waiting
She's
for
trying to get a sponsorship
I'm
as
waiting
well.
for them to answer my email because I want to be an ambassador or something.
She should. I mean, you
Sponsor
spent
me.
enough money on it.
Ma.
You get boxes. When I order, I get bags.
I
That
get
shows.
boxes.
What
I
about
get
you?
like 30 things at
Yeah.
a time.
Did-
I'm
Not fair.
bad.
Has Chloe told you about her Shein experience at the club?
Yes.
Oh my god.
It's like you were going to get paint thrown at you at one point.
Yeah, this girl complimented my outfit. So I was wearing a black dress. It was like a mini dress, right? But it went down really low. So I was wearing like a leopard bra.
It looked nice.
It was very hot.
It was a very nice like bra, and it was out because I'm like, why not? We're going clubbing.
Yeah.
And I was with Frankie anyway. So I've walked into the toilet, and this girl like complimented my outfit, and I'm like, I don't gatekeep. If you're gonna compliment anything I'm wearing,
even if you ask, where did you get it from? You're not going to be like, I don't know.
no, but even if they don't ask, like I'll be like, oh, thank you so much, blah blah blah.
Yeah,
by
you
the
tell
way,
them.
it's from Shein, or by the way, it's from blah blah
Whatever,
blah,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Or it's from Kmart. Half my shit's from Shein or Kmart.
Yeah.
And I said, oh, it's just from Shein, and she goes, you support that company, so you support child abuse, you support this, you support that. Blah blah. She fucking started
went on a
raising her
rant.
voice. She went on a rant,
That's crazy.
and I was like,
How does that work? How do you compliment me and then you turn
It just shows
and
though.
just shift this
And
like
it's actually
personality
funny.
shift?
she was, I was never been so
Every
embarrassed.
time I have worn a Shein outfit, no, hands down, gets complimented. If I
Why?
were to wear, I don't know, if I were to wear something that was expensive, I never get any compliments. As soon as I put a $5 dress on, everyone's like, oh my God, that dress is gorgeous. Where'd you get it from?
You know what it is? Because I've seen a lot of
crazy.
Chloe's
Yeah.
orders. Obviously, because she's tried them on,
Yeah.
right? But the thing with Shein is their clothing is made to go with your body. Like,
Yeah, 'cause it's very, like,
it's
malleable.
it's very fitted.
Especially the ladies' clothes, everything is like,
Yeah.
It's
not every woman is
Yeah.
curved.
I just feel like
Yeah.
I have
But-
this experience with me. I feel like when I order certain things like tops, it comes too short with my arms, and then it makes me too like I feel like I'm like suffocated, which is the
Restricted.
only issue I have with their clothing.
Yeah.
And it's not long enough for my legs.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only thing that I have. But other than that, like
They
it's
don't
good.
have a tall section, do they?
I feel like they might.
Nah. But you know what the
know.
thing is, though? What it tells you is that if you know how to dress, you don't need to wear
Yeah.
designer brands and all
of
this
course
high-end
not.
fashion stuff. You can go to Kmart
Yeah.
or you can order from Shein, put it together a nice
right.
outfit.
But even Shein, they sell Vivienne Westwood dupes. I'm wearing the earrings now.
Yeah.
They have dupes of everything. Or now they're starting to sell Furla and Nike.
Oh, really?
He got shoes from Shein.
Yeah, I got
and
Pound
the
Dunks. Yeah. Listen, guys, if you haven't got in the gist by now, if you're looking for stuff, go to Shein.
Go
Come
to
on.
Shein. They have
true.
everything.
It's legit. It's not Temu.
My whole costume for his birthday was
Yeah.
from Shein.
Same
Didn't
here.
you get yours?
Shein
She
and
just
Temu.
says Gargamel.
Yeah, I had a
If-
whole half head bald cap.
And if you think we're lying, do a stalk on our Instagram
Yeah.
pages if you follow us, right? Most of the outfits we're wearing when we're
I've
out and
tagged
about.
Shane in all my posts just so I
It's
can try and
Shein.
get this sponsorship. So
I feel
you'll
like it'll
see.
work.
I hope so.
Sure.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
definitely.
It's like it's weird because even yesterday, like you had that right,
What?
the chick getting cut at you at the
club.
club.
The club.
Yeah.
But yesterday, I bought some tops from Connor, and
Connor from Cotton
sorry
On.
from Cotton
I
On.
cracked the shit
Oh, that's
at
so
him.
expensive
I
now.
cracked the shit. $75 for 2 t-shirts from Cotton
But
On.
it was a deal, right? It was like
It was buy
75.
one get one half price.
But-
It's $50 and then
That's still
$25.
so expensive.
But that's not the main thing, right? The chick at the checkout, she got so cut
Oh,
because
she got cut at him.
Why?
She got so cut
she
at
was
him.
like, "Would you like to donate to the Great Barrier?"
Would you like to donate $2
was
to
like,
the Great Barrier?
no.
The way he said no.
I didn't even let her finish what she was saying. I was like, "No." And then apparently Chloe goes, apparently she got like really like
How though?
offended.
Her whole vibe changed. Do you want your receipt printed? She went like that. And I'm like, fucking.
I know they have to do it because they'll get in trouble by their managers, but like if someone's gonna just be like blatantly like, no, I don't want it, don't get angry. Unless she supports it.
Oh, but then she got cut because she said, do you want a bag? And you said yes. And I said, oh no, I've got a bag. And Karina had a
yeah.
bag.
Yeah.
And then I could tell she got frustrated.
But some people,
They must have like a tally or something.
They probably. I think
What
they
do you mean,
It's all-
like-
Working at Cotton On Group, you got to like try and
yeah, you do. You have to try to.
try and upset.
You do. I've seen
get
it on like
bags
MGP and stuff.
Oh, that makes
People are
sense
like,
then.
why the hell do they keep asking me? It's like we have to do it.
Yeah.
It's a target they have to meet. Same thing with I could be wrong here, but same thing with people that work at 7-Eleven. That's why when you go in there, they'll be like, "Oh, would you like a chocolate?"
Yeah, like
Worldwide. There's a man, I call him Pitbull. He looks like Pitbull who's
Yeah.
chubby. He's so cute every time. You want a chocolate bar? $2 chocolate bar? I'm like, nah, I'm good, thank you. Come on, chocolate bar for
That's-
you.
That
Yeah.
happened to me. I went to go get petrol at an Ampol near my house.
Yeah.
And he's like, would you like to buy some Pringles? And I'm like, oh no, I'm okay. And like he was really nice. And he's like, are you sure you want them? I'm like, no, it's okay. Like I was
Yeah.
kind of joking around
Yeah.
and stuff. And he's like, well, I'm not going to put your payment through unless you get them. I'm like, I can't eat them. He's like, that's okay.
Oh.
It was really nice. It was
Yeah.
really funny.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
God.
they have to do that.
Yeah.
Even with the I could be wrong here, but even I think sometimes with the highway patrol and stuff like that,
Everyone
a lot
needs
of
to meet
places,
a quota
You
at
have to
their
meet
job.
a place like a standard. You know
Oh,
what
yeah,
I mean?
100%.
Targets. Targets. So she got really offended as if I stole her Christmas present under the tree
Mum,
or
what
something.
can you
Like,
do?
come
Probably
on.
like one person off,
Yeah.
and you're the one that said no.
Probably
wow.
everyone's been saying yes every day, and then comes this black
I
man
never
like,
do it.
yeah,
I'm
nah.
sorry.
See, I round my order at Macca's to like the nearest dollar.
Oh, yeah.
I always do that.
Yeah.
And every morning, if I go in the morning and there's usually this same girl I see, and she goes, "Thank you so much for donating."
Yeah.
Like, she's cute, and I love
Yeah.
it because
Yeah.
like, obviously, like it helps her
Yeah,
out
that's
probably
right.
as well.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
But like Macca's, I always round to the cents,
Yeah.
and then on the Mac Happy Day, I'll
Yeah.
donate.
But it's crazy. Speaking of Macca's, because
Do it willingly, not forced.
The week we've had, I feel like I've been such an arsehole
After the
towards
Hungry
people.
Jack's Institute that we had.
Yeah.
Oh my God, we can have a quick weekly recap.
yeah.
So it was my birthday. No, is it going to be 2 weeks ago when this comes out, or a week?
Doesn't matter.
A week ago. Anyway, the bad luck that we had. So Alicia, and shout out to Samantha. Slept over, and Karina slept over. Karina, you weren't here. Sorry.
Pretty much the girls were over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we ordered Hungry Jacks.
Yeah. Because
We're
hungry.
watching the man.
Taking his time.
Where does he go?
He missed the exit. He went around on the freeway and then he came back. So I went out, obviously, because, we were already hungry.
Yes.
We had a really big Friday night, as you know, the next day.
I got bitten by a snake.
Yes.
Yeah.
The mink snake. The mink snake.
But I go out.
Have proof.
You know when you're hungry, you don't really check the bags.
Yeah.
You trust that
Yeah.
everything's in
But
there.
You'd hope so.
Yeah.
So that was me. I trusted everything was in there. I was like, I took the 2 bags. I'm like, oh, it's 2 bags. It's full of food.
Yeah.
Fucking, I come
You
in
give
the
one
house.
to me, and I open it, and I'm like, okay, I've got the drinks. Who's got the food? And then you've opened, and you're like, I've got the drinks. And I'm like, no, I have the drinks.
I thought you were joking.
So did I.
'Cause
For
she's-
1 second, I'm like, oh God, nah, she's joking.
No, I'm like, I've got the drinks. And then when you guys are like, no, I'm like, I'm thinking, are you taking the piss out of me? I'm like, I'm joking. No, I'm like, I've got the drinks. I've got 3 drinks in here. And then we're like, what the fuck has happened?
Yeah, so
6 drinks were delivered to the house.
No, 5.
Oh,
you had
5.
2, I had 3.
Oh, yes.
so mind
I
you,
remember everything.
I'm like, oh, okay, like I got to take it back, right?
And Frankie never gets mad at strangers.
No,
Yeah.
it had burst because of what had happened next.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
decides that, okay, I'm getting the bags, I'm going to Hungry Jack's,
Yeah.
I'm going to get the food myself, okay?
One of the bags ripped.
The picks up the bag, he starts walking. All we hear is soft drink everywhere. And it's like going like this into the wall.
Into the crevice.
And then that's when he's a
Yeah.
This.
Yeah, he had lost his shit.
Yeah, I lost it because,
Oh.
and that's the first time I think you've ever seen me.
I think
lose,
so, yeah.
Like I don't lose
Look,
my
we
shit.
all get angry. I know
Yeah.
I'm one that gets angry
But
very easily, so
I
understandable.
call over the phone and I'm just like,
Yeah, hi. He goes, yeah, hi. I'm like, oh, this is bad. He said, yeah, hi. Fuck.
I'm
Sorry,
like,
let me readjust myself.
I'm like, yeah, this is the second time in a row because
The night before.
the night before they did the same thing. They got our order wrong. But like, this is the second time. Yeah, how hard is it to make something? And then I slipped right and I said that I was like, this is like,
This is a fucking disgraceful.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
said like this is a
Fucking
fucked up
And
situation.
then Chloe
something
looks at
like
me and
that.
goes, Frankie.
Don't swear at her.
Yeah, and I'm like,
Yeah.
and then I quickly apologize. I'm like, look, I'm really sorry. Like, I'm not angry at you. I'm just angry at the situation. So after I took it back,
Yeah.
I apologized. Like, I saw her in person. I apologized again, right? And she's like, oh no, that's okay. Like, she didn't have.
I feel like you lost the plot because of the fact that she was saying you have to contact DoorDash, but the thing is
The
that
driver was already gone.
the driver
hasn't
had already he would have picked up the food and he would have been given what was
Yeah.
given to
Yeah.
him. So in the sense it was Hungry Jack's fault for what they gave
he? Yeah,
him.
but
Yeah.
then we came to the conclusion
Yeah.
that maybe he may have gotten.
Or he did whatever. Like
Yeah.
we don't
He
know what
didn't.
happened.
But then we opened up the drinks that he gave, and there was a fucking orange juice in there.
And yeah.
And I thought it was Fanta.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's
they
true.
they messed up twice, but the second time around we had our food.
Yeah.
So yes,
It wasn't the best. Your
But
burger was slopped together like
My
a piece of
burger
man
was
man.
diagonal.
Yeah.
your burger looked like somebody just
Yeah.
punched in it,
Look like
caved in
I
it.
reckon someone sat on it before they put it in the bag.
That's,
Yeah.
but I did
And the
say
drinks
that,
are really flat too. They did not a good
Nah,
job.
my lemonade was like soda water.
Yeah.
and I did say they probably spat in our food after, you know, what
I
I
probably
the
had
worst
Marugi
one.
in my drink.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Who knows,
That's a story
honestly.
for another day.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. But this has been a really good episode, by the way.
I feel like I'm like on a tangent. Like I could talk for even longer than what we have to
I
do.
know. Well, we have to have a round 2.
I think it's
Yes.
a good
We have to
idea.
do a round 2.
I've got
I
so
think.
much on my brain. Like
Yes.
it's just
Yeah.
I've got a lot of things to speak about. I feel like this is very natural for me. I'm a very big blabber.
We like that. We love that. So
diarrhea.
before we kind of conclude, right? It's been really awesome having you here, by the way.
Yes, it was very good being here.
Thank you for
I
taking
wanna
your
click
time
on
out.
again.
So we just want to ask you one. Well, I want to ask you one more question, right? If you could go, and I asked Josh this as well on the previous episode. If you could go back in time and talk to your younger self and tell your younger self something, what would that message be?
Oh, that's a good one. I feel like it's gonna get so emotional all of a sudden because I feel like I had a tough childhood growing up in the sense of just school and stuff because like I got bullied and shit like that. It was
Yeah.
it was a very hard.
Fuck bullies.
Yeah,
by
it was
the
a
way.
very hard upbringing, and I feel like obviously my family supported it as much as I can, but like obviously it was just being a kid and having shit happen to you from like your primary school and your high school life. It was like it was
tough,
It was
yeah.
it was tough, and like I feel like if I were to go back now and talk to my younger self, I would I'd tell myself like, you know, don't worry about what these people are saying about you. Like you are gonna have such a fulfilling life, and you're gonna meet amazing people. You're gonna be close to people that you never thought you would be close to, like people that are like that love you.
Yeah.
And like you're gonna find a passion in your life that you're not gonna be able to explain how much you love it.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's just the same. Like I know it's very like stereotypical and a bit like cringy, but it's like, don't
It's
give
not.
up. You know what I mean?
It's not cringe.
Yeah.
It's your truth.
Yeah.
You know, it's your story, and you should embrace that. You should be proud of that.
Yeah, because I don't think looking back how I was as a kid, I never would have expected how I would have grown up to be like this. Like I did not expect it, and like I feel like I'm so happy and so grateful of how my life is at the moment because I feel like I'm just doing everything that I love.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like I feel like you need to have passion in life, or else if you don't have passion, then what's the point?
What wakes you up in
Yeah.
the morning, you know?
Yeah,
where do you
exactly
get your
right.
drive from?
Yeah,
Nah.
exactly.
I like that message, Alicia. That's a very good
you.
message. Yeah. Yeah. Nah, awesome.
Oh, wrong one. Oh, God, you're clapping.
That's-
that one.
Clapping.
Clapping.
Now, I'm going to hand it over to Chloe, right? Because before we, even before we say anything, is there anything else you want to say, like, about today? Like,
About the episode, anything?
just
I
being,
don't know. Do you have
just,
any more questions
anything?
for me?
just being here right now.
I love it. I feel like this is so, like, I just feel like it's just natural to me.
Yeah.
And, like, I've got such verbal diarrhea at times. I feel like this is just, like, the perfect thing for me to do. And just talk.
But how crazy it is, like, we only started this, what was it, in May?
Yeah.
March?
This is going to be our 23rd episode, I believe.
Oh, 23.
Yeah.
That won't
Look
work.
at that.
We're the same age at the moment for a
Yes, we
little
are.
bit.
I always think about that when you turn your turn, when you turn your age, I'm like, we're the same age.
We're the same age for a
Yeah.
little bit. Yes.
Few months.
But now we really appreciate you being here. This is why we even created this whole space. It might, for some people, it might be like, oh, it's nothing. But for us, this means a lot.
Yes.
Hearing
To-
what the people do.
And but
people
also,
want.
you know, having
Yes.
authentic, genuine conversation.
Yeah.
You know, having a platform where you can be yourself.
That's right.
And not feel, you know, a certain way and be comfortable.
Yeah.
So
And I feel like we are we're well like that as well. Like we are very comfortable with each other. We're
Yeah.
very open with each other. Like we're not scared to say, pardon me, we're not scared to say what we're thinking with each
Yeah.
other because I feel like we're all a bit special.
Yeah.
In that sort of sense, like sprinkle.
Sprinkle,
We're very special people.
Houston, we have a problem.
Yes, that's in my head.
Yes.
Yes.
So I feel like it just works really well.
yeah, we really appreciate you being here and showing up and showing out in your
Yes,
your onesie.
in my
Yes.
my unicorn onesie
Yes.
that I
We love it.
had since I was 12 years
Love.
old.
Yes. Now I was gonna hand it over to Chloe because we do this dance.
So,
yes.
Oh.
you just gave it away, mate.
You do it. You do it. You do
We
it.
end every episode with a dance.
Yes.
So,
Are you ready?
are you ready?
Okay.
Are you ready?
Are we standing up or we're
No,
staying
we're
seated?
sitting. We're going to have a little
Okay.
dance party.
Let me fix myself.
To send off the episode.
Get your
So
boogie
we'd
on.
like to say a special thank you to Alicia Gauci.
For being here.
I don't know why I'm saying your full name.
Say it, I don't care.
Alicia.
I don't have a middle name.
We're definitely going to have you back again.
We'll have you back on.
I definitely
Yes.
would love to be back on.
For some different topics, different conversation, obviously.
Yes.
But thank you for coming. We really appreciate it.
And we
you for
really
having
appreciate
me.
your
We hope
time
you
as
had
well.
fun. We hope you guys had fun.
Yes.
Getting to know my Kujina over here.
Hey, and if you're interested in getting pole to get that upper body
Yeah.
strength, and
DM her.
Yes.
Her pages are in the description below.
Yes.
So DM her. She's very approachable. She's a teacher, for God's sake.
Yes,
Yeah.
this is
So-
my life purpose now.
That's right.
I teach students. So and
Yeah.
it's very beginner friendly. Like, and we have I'm going to get very like promotional now.
Yeah.
We have intro offers for those who do want to try pole. So if you want to come to any of the pole divas, we have 8 locations now all around Melbourne.
Wow. That's good.
But I do work at the Paran studio and Munipon studio at the moment. But if you do want to come and try classes out, we have 2 intro offers that you can try. We've got one that's the 5 classes for $50 that you use within 2 weeks, or we have 21 days for $100 that you get 10 classes. So technically it works out to be like what, $10 a class if you think about it. I think
Yeah.
almost.
Roughly, yeah.
Roughly, yeah. So yeah, if you do want to try it out, it's all beginner friendly.
Come one and come all.
There's all different instructors that you can try, all different days. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. So if
Yeah.
you want to try it,
yeah,
me
and
know.
like and subscribe.
Lysh
Like
pole
and
dancer.
subscribe. Leash
Yeah.
the pole dancer.
That's my
Yes.
pole account if you do
So-
want that.
So
You'll
let's do
see
this.
it in the description below. So we're about to send off the episode.
Yes.
Thank you everyone for joining us.
And we'll see you next
it's time
time.
for our dance break.
Stop! This is the
Hey! Do it in my swamp.
This gives me the stank face.
You know when you said swamp, I wanted to press that.
This used to be my ringtone, man. This is giving me back trauma.
See you guys.
Like so. Yeah, yeah. Yeah.